But when you say that hierarchies are more fatherhood or based on generosity or cooperation, my generation is looking at so many of the institutions that we have seen literally have been rotted out from dishonest, malevolent, bad actors and bad forces that seemingly are not really checked and seem to run amok and are not counterbalanced by that generosity or that encouragement that you talk about. So that
when hierarchies degenerate, it's because of power and deceit. And they do degenerate. And a degenerative hierarchy is full of lies and power games. But I'm not characterizing hierarchies as based on, let's say, productivity and reciprocity. I'm characterizing functional hierarchies as characterized by productivity and reciprocity. See, the essential claim on the radical left is that the hierarchical structure per se is tyrannical and predicated on power, and that's simply not true. Now, when the structures degenerate...
No, this is incorrect. You know what I'm saying about this? Again, it is about challenging, really just looking out and being like, is this hierarchy actually rewarding those whom deserve to be there? Or is it just placing people there because of, grift or this degeneracy that he's referring to? And, again, trying to be Weasley with it and saying that like, oh, well, power disruption, blah, blah, blah. Hierarchy is inherently about certain people having more influence, getting more rewards. It's inherently about, imbalances of power and responsibility. And that is not in and of itself what left-wingers and progressives are about, but who is allowed in there, why, and why is it that, when the people decide they want things to go a certain way, that it is okay for those, the powers that be to move in the opposite direction.
It's definitely the case that we have to keep our eyes open for that occurrence, that we should be appalled by it, and that we should strive to do everything we possibly can to stop it. But my sense of that is that starts with you. If you want to stop deceit in the world, then stop lying.
Right.
If you want to stop the arbitrary exercise of power, then stop using it. Now, let me give you an example of this.
That's hilarious. This is basically like every goofball that, will say to somebody like, oh, all you gotta do is just tell those drug dealers or tell those murderers or tell those rapists, hey, stop doing it. Stop doing it. I told you to stop.
And I went to Wall Street in December of 2007, before the big crash that we had, and I basically said, cut it out. Quit foreclosing on homes.
This is so goofy. This dude is a goofball. He's saying that like, oh, this basically goes back to his whole, clean your own room thing. But again, motherfucker, what do you do then if the other powers that be, if you're in an organization or whatever, and you're trying to uphold the rule of law and you're not lying, you're not being deceitful, but the other people are corralling themselves to do exactly that. Inevitably just take care of itself somehow? It's nonsense.